The annual meeting was packed. Mrs. Higgins was in her element, standing at the podium, clicking through a PowerPoint of the year's achievements, mostly fines she had levied. She reached the Q&A section. "Does anyone have any new business?" I stood up. I held a large rolled-up tube of paper. "Yes, David?" She sighed, checking her watch. "Is this about the trellis again?" "Let it go." "No, Mrs. Higgins," I said, projecting my voice so the back row could hear. "This is about liability. You've taught me how important it is to protect the HOA from lawsuits." I walked to the front table. I was looking into property lines for a drainage issue, and I commissioned a certified survey of the block. "I think the board needs to see this." I unrolled the map on the table. I smoothed it out. "According to the county surveyor," I said, pointing to the stark black lines, "the common area actually starts here." I traced the line. "And the utility easement is here." The room got quiet. People craned their necks. "It appears," I said, my voice full of helpful concern, "that the iron fence on Lot 1, your lot, Mrs. Higgins, is encroaching 6 feet into community property. And the stone fountain is blocking access to a utility easement." Mrs. Higgins turned the color of a ripe tomato. That's ridiculous. I've lived here for 15 years. That fence was there when, well, I improved it, but..." Violations 4.2a and 5.1c, I recited from memory. Unauthorized structure on common area. Encroachment on easement. "This is a mistake," she sputtered. My gardener said. "This is a stamped legal survey," I said gently. "If a utility worker gets injured on that fountain, or if a child gets hurt on that fence which is technically on public land, the HOA, meaning all of us, could be sued. We can't have that." I looked at the crowd. Mrs. Higgins always says, "Zero tolerance. Uniformity is the bedrock of the community." The neighbors started to murmur. Someone in the back stifled a laugh. "What do you propose?" another board member asked, looking at the map with wide eyes. "Well," I said, "to be fair, we have to follow the standard procedure. Immediate removal. And since the HOA can't pay for private errors, the homeowner has to cover the cost of returning the land to its natural state." Mrs. Higgins looked at me. For the first time, she didn't look like a tyrant. She looked like a woman who was about to lose a very expensive fence and a very heavy fountain. I can apply for a variance," she whispered. "You told me last month there are no variances," I reminded her. "The rules are the rules."